Hello everybody, and welcome back to some more blueprints. Today our mission is to get into the vault, after learning that the family core is within the vault. And I was doing some thinking, just now actually, about where the core could be in the vault, because I kind of scoured the place pretty thoroughly, I would say. But one thing that I haven't thought of before is that the date on the family core is 1213, which if you split it up are two consecutive numbers, 12 and 13. So my theory is that there will be like two adjacent lock boxes in the vault, number 12 and number 13, which may be where we need to look. And with that being said, let's continue with day 162. Hello, welcome. It's vaulting time. Today is vault day indeed. But really, how high do you think Simon could vault? Probably not very high. Even that he can't, I don't know, step over knee-high walls. Things to think about. Trying to use the banner on blue rooms hasn't been that effective, but I feel like that should, in theory, be the most effective way to find the vault. Unless it's, like, not considered a blue room. I think it is, though. We'll get 2 feet if we're lucky. You know what? First, I'm going to go out and see if the tomb is available, just so that we can get some extra dice. Let's go for the shelter. The treasure trove. It's so funny how fast you grab specifically this item. Let's look up this way first. I want to get either the study or the vaults. I think the study will just give me a lot more rerolls. I want this room. This is like kind of getting one free reroll, so I think I'll take it. Or I guess I should say a free reroll, a reroll for a gem. Okay. Very interesting. Seems like that's another mission for today then. Trying to figure out the true secret behind it all. Oh, we've got 13 rerolls. Let's hope we get the vault. Oh boy, here we go. It's the vaults. Alright, so yoink these coins, add them to my collection. So I've kind of scoured this room before, but as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, I have a theory that it might simply be boxes 12 and 13. Something to do with those, since that's like the number of the date. No. Okay, it doesn't have to do with that. So where could this family core be? Oh, reread your riddle. Ah, okay. Let me find your riddle again. Though many puzzles you have pored over, still this puzzle's secret remained undiscovered. It's still boxed away. till the sacred day or the clever little eye brings them to light. Boxed away, you say. Boxed away. This cage... Oh. Family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. Okay. Wait. So the sum of its digits would be... What? 1, 2, 1, 3. So 6. Is it 6 here? No, that's not it. Boxed away, huh? To me, it seems like this is the only box in the room. Unless I'm missing something. I mean, of course, disregarding all of the, you know, actual boxes. One, 4, 9, 2, 3, 3, 304, 370. Yeah, I was talking about, you know, actual boxes. These are like giant boxes, but you know. But then again, there was the memo that said that the first number stands alone and then the rest of the numbers are pairs of numbers, which isn't normally how Roman numerals work. That would split up the 13 into XI and II. So it split up the Roman numeral until 11 and 2, the last 1, 3 into 11 and 2. So maybe I'm supposed to take it as 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. In that case, it would be 7. Interesting. Oh, unless I'm supposed to just open the boxes that add up to that number. So 370. 304. That'd be 674. 674. 677. 707. 907. 907. 906. 946. 1046. No, that doesn't add up. The big thing that's tripping me up is that there's nowhere to input any numbers that I've found, at least. So I'm not sure if I just need to like click on the right little box. Or if I need to find something that would allow me to input things. 815112. Are all of those numbers different? 815232. 815544. Interesting. Let's just try some stuff out, shall we? It doesn't even look like you can press anything here, though. So it's not like I could easily add up to that number. Because this row right here would be 903,206. So if you add up these three boxes and then this box down here, it's 1,213. But there's so many different combinations of numbers in this room that add up to that. That doesn't necessarily make much sense. Another option is maybe I need to use the core theory on it, but I thought I've tried using the core theory on it and it hasn't made much sense in the past. Because I always seem to end up with like a negative number, because I need to start with +1. Then I need to multiply by 2. What do I have in my inventory? Telescope, coupon book, key 8. Ooh, does key 8 go in number 8? No. Battery pack, coupon book, telescope, garden key, shovel, metal detector, broken lever, royal scepter, treasure map, compass, silver key, sledgehammer, and magnifying glass. A secure on-site depository fitted with steel walls and numbered lockers. This fortified strong room holds a good portion of the Sinclair's fortune, despite the fact that several inventors have led accountants to assume the true legacy is hidden elsewhere. Several inventories, not inventors. I did get the vault. I've been in the vault for a while, but have thus been unsuccessful in finding what I need to find. That's for sure. Almost entirely due to me probably just not having the right mindset about the puzzle. I mean, I could go around, click on every single little safety deposit box, but I don't think that would be the correct solution. That's what I'm trying to do now. More so trying to find the core is what I'm trying to do. Because I read the blue memo in the throne room that said that the throne was, the core was in the vaults. But so far, have not found it. So that opened up and I was like, oh, I found it! But no, that's just one of the ones I've already opened. That's a possibility. What other numbers have come up quite often? I think I've tried clicking on number 46 and nothing happened there. But might as well try it again. Okay, so nothing happens when I click up here. What about 109 and 115? Have you tried the shield thing, the core in 46 and the wine cellar? I haven't been able to mess around with the wine cellar too much just because the shield things in 46. Oh, yeah. So I've looked at all those cores and I've tried to interact with them, but I haven't been able to find any way to interact with them yet. Well, that's a good point. Oh, okay. Good point indeed. So where is that? So the wine cellar would be number 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Plus 46. Would be 64. And then the master bedroom is the 8th bedroom, so maybe add 8 to that. So 72. No, I don't think it would be that. Unless you're supposed to add 46 plus 8 to 46 to 64. In which case, that would be an additional 54. 54 plus 64 would be 108. So maybe I'll try 108. No. I'm not sure if this is supposed to be obvious or not, but dang, is it hard in my opinion. I mean, I could try... I could try numbers themselves that add up to 7. I should have thought about that earlier, to be honest, but you know. So let's try 7. Nope. So 16. Nope. So 20, 25. Is simply hidden. 34. Nope. 43. Nope. 52. Nope. 61. Nope. 70. There's 70. Nope. So then we'll go to 106. Nope. 115. 124. Nope. 133. Nope. 142, 151, 160, 'So we can go to 205. Huh. Not sure if it's just stylistic or not, but 205 does not have any of the like sketchy outlines that all the other boxes have. It's probably just like randomized though. You'll need to set that at a different time because this will probably be cut out of the VOD. All this doing random stuff. Okay, so 205, 214, 223, 232, 241, 250, 304, which is this one. Okay, okay. Interesting. I'll keep that in mind. 313. Three, 322, 331, 340. Okay, so out of all these safes, only this one matches that description. So maybe this has something to do with family core. This is the password to get into the Blackbird Grotto. This kind of looks like the drawing room, doesn't it? I don't know. I can't tell which room this is. I don't know. It's probably just wherever they took the passport. So there's a swan. Buttons. What does this have on it that the rest don't? Well, it doesn't have this compromise sticker on it. But I think all of them have this kind of like symbol. Let me double check. Yeah, they do. So what is special about this one besides just the name? Doesn't look like there's anything in this box that I'm missing. Okay. Well, I will ask for a hint in one instance. Does this... Am I correct in assuming that this, like, specific passport has something to do with it? Since these numbers add up to 70? To 7? No. Okay, well that helps. I almost feel like you can interpret this message two ways though. You could either interpret that you unlock the family core with the sum of its digits, meaning that like you open the family core up with the sum of its digits, or you are only able to access the family core by using the sum of its digits. And I'm starting to lean towards the latter. Oh, you've been working on the next poem, all right. That's a 7 right there. starting to hallucinate sevens. This isn't good. I feel like that's just like puzzle games in general, though, unless somebody's a super genius and is able to just solve everything the first time that they look at them. I, alas, am not such a super genius. One interesting thing that I noticed, this is kind of off topic, but like it looks like the keys kind of have letters in them, right? Looks like this is an E. Key 8 has like an A and an E. And then it kind of looks like the black key also has an A and an E. Okay, I'll ask for another hint and then ponder over that a little bit. Do I have physically what I need to open this, or am I missing an item or something? I do have what I need. Oh boy. Oh boy. I know it'll be like a year and people will be like, Simon, you've been living out in the woods for a year now. What have you been doing? And from now on, Simon is just going to be questioning everything he sees. Which, you know, is probably not bad for a Baron to do. So I have everything I need. Simon is going to be talking to himself and is going to be so suspicious of everything and everyone. You're right, I don't have the knowledge of where to find it. But, go ahead. If you know something I'm missing, then let it be known. Don't necessarily tell me what it is, but... I wish I remembered what the blue memo in the Mechanarium was. Actually, let me pull that up on YouTube, because I think I know where it was. On the coat of arms, the first number is 1 numeral. The rest are each 2 numerals. So I guess I've always been thinking that the family core is the same thing of the as the coat of arms, but I guess that could be different. They could be different things. They probably are different things now that I think about it. Well, but then this wouldn't make sense, would it? The family core is unlocked only by the sum of its digits. I mean, it might make sense once I actually find the family core. Yeah, go ahead. As long as it's not a spoiler. A coat of arms usually relates to the identity and lineage of a family or entity in heraldry terms. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't think that they were going to say that either. I mean, that's why I thought that the coat of arms might be different, because it's like mentioned as something different in the Mechanarium. But I mean, it would make sense if the Hollyberry thing is the coat of arms. And especially for Simon, or I guess especially for Mary's coat of arms, right? Because Mary has both the Simon and Epson symbols on the shield. She has the Hollyberries and she has the swans. But Simon's coat of arms is very interesting. It's the Hollyberries and the swans on the left, and then music notes on the right, or at least like weird music notes. I'm not entirely sure what the music notes themselves mean. You know, Ari, if you have a poetic hint at this point, I'll take it, because it is not coming to mind. Your math is not mathing, and so you're back at the start. Though the key you hold, you're still at odds, thus the prize remains closed to the ancestor's heart. Yet the sacred day is still at hand, for you still soldier on, be a minute, an hour, or an infinity. The coveted prize you will set your eyes upon. Okay, your eye upon, I should say, singular, since I only have one eye, of course. Well, that makes me think of 130, emphasizing the sacred, which, was emphasized earlier, so probably should have picked up on that sooner. Okay. Infinity. Infinity makes me think of 8. Maybe 80. The key you hold could either imply, like, I actually have a physical key that I need, or it could imply that I, have access to the solution, which could both make sense. Sacred day, the sacred hour is, 1:30. But I don't know about the sacred day, because I tried 1:30 and here and it didn't work. The day is also posted here. Minute, hour, or infinity. Maybe there's another number that seems sacred. There's 46. That's the quote-unquote perfect number, right? 8 was the perfect number according to, I believe, Arajan scholars, and Fenarius was like, nah, let's do all these random mathematical things to it to make it 46. What other numbers? And 8 is strange because it's, the symbol for the unknown and such. But I have tried 8 here, and that didn't seem to work. I have tried 46. And I think I've tried 64 as well. Unless I'm supposed to apply the core theorem to some other number in order to find the correct number. But what would that be? Oh no. Sure, go ahead. I'll take another. One more hint, bartender. Eight dates crack 8 safes. You've cracked all but one. This date you might find much older than the rest. You won't see it in a calendar, but rather on a crest. Okay. Am I just misremembering the numbers on the crest being 1213? MCCXIII. I feel like it was that. Man, I wish I had the wine cellar drafted. Gonna search through my videos just to ensure that I'm not just messing up the number itself. Okay, no, it is MCCXIII. It's one thing to just be inputting codes and getting them wrong. It's another just to like not be able to like enter your thoughts in anywhere other than just like clicking on random boxes that don't give any feedback. Oh. I hope you get it soon, Art, because I know it's driving you crazy. It's 1:30. Oh my gosh, it's 1:30. All right, good night. Sorry I haven't been able to get it yet. I'll be back from swapping to Twitch because there's a character limit on YouTube. Ooh, I see. I hope you have a wonderful rest, lady. Are we about to get a second hint, Nautilus? Or I guess technically a second hint from you, a third hint overall. Really a fourth hint overall. Yeah, do it. I'm ready to accept some more hints because oh man, am I struggling tonight. Okay, let's see it. Four memos, 4 numbers, 1 core to calculate, and a gifted sub! The Roman digits are all there, but you must separate. Think back to everything you've learned and messages in blue. The doors unlocked by many gears shall tell you what to do. Okay. So if I separate the Roman numerals, like the doors tell me to, then it would be 1,000. 200. Then 11 and 2. And if I do the core theorem on this, right? It would be a positive 1,000. Probably divided by 200. It needs to be a whole number, right? So maybe minus 11 times 2. So that would be... Oh wait, no, that wouldn't work, would it? Could be times 11 minus 2, right? So that would be 5 times 11 would be 55. Minus 2 would be 53. Oh my gosh. Amazing. And I need to use key 8 on it? That's crazy lucky that I just randomly drafted the gallery. Oh my goodness. An allowance token and... My obsession with ciphers was renewed after my brother died, for among his journals I found a curious square, a grid of words written in a hand I immediately recognized, my mother's. Accompanying this discovery were numerous pages containing traces of my brother's fruitless attempts over the years to decipher this grid. It was a bittersweet find. The excitement I felt was tempered by memories of the unique bond my mother and brother had always shared. I was the child with an interest in puzzles and wordplay, yet it was Simon whom she bequeathed this cryptic gift. I'm so shocked you immediately got the number after the clue. I wasn't sure if it was that useful. I mean, that definitely was useful. Like, it just makes sense. I understand Ari's clue of having all of the pieces of the puzzle, just not putting them together. I think that, like, I was caught up trying to either split the numbers up or use the core theorem, and I didn't think to do both at the same time until you mentioned it. With all respect to my late brother, it became clear after spending time poring over his notes that he was not very suited to this challenge. Occasionally, he stumbled upon some promising ideas, but none of them were thoroughly pursued. Where I will give him credit, however, is the extensive research he conducted, combing through a career's worth of our mother's notes and correspondence. This search culminated in the discovery of a letter my mother had written a local professor requesting additional materials for use in the creation of a cryptograph. This meager clue was, according to his survey, the only shred of evidence in her belongings that mentioned this project. Celebration! Woohoo! The math finally maths indeed. As for me, I am ashamed to admit that despite all my boasting, I have nothing to show for nearly 3 decades of effort. I am no closer to solving this than I was in those early months of daily obsession, and with each passing year, I fear my chances of reaching a satisfying conclusion to this adventure grow ever slimmer. Some might say this outcome is quite fitting, a poetic justice for tormenting my readers for so many years with seemingly impossible bafflers. While I can certainly relate to their frustrations, I wonder if we really need to obtain answers to all of our life's questions. Must we always quench our thirst for knowledge? At my age, I often find myself looking back at the long path behind me, and I think I am content to leave a few stones unturned. A life without some mystery is a life without imagination. So, I will lay down this burden and leave this stone, and the winding path of intrigue it proceeds, for future generations to explore. Herbert. Pig's Sand Mail Date Head, Calm Peak Heat Joya Well, Toad Card Wheel Tape Legs, 3 Road Made Slab Rock, Hand Vase Safe Clay Toes. More pain indeed. Interesting. So this is a 5x5 grid. Let me make a little note here. Or I could just screenshot it. I think I'll just do that since I can't find my paper. Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is the, like, boiler room panels. But I think that's a 4x4 grid and not a 5x5 grid. Joya is an odd word. Yay, my least favorite puzzle. Interesting. Interesting. I think this has all been one day. which is kind of crazy. I can't even remember the other stuff I said I was going to do. I mentioned that I was going to go back and comb through the music sheets. But yeah, I think that, like, I'm just going to call it quits for today. I'm not sure if this is the longest day I've ever done before, but it certainly is up there. I think the first day I went into the gallery might have been longer. But let me tell you, this day would have certainly been longer if I hadn't been getting those hints, because at some point after solving a puzzle, you end up just like, I don't know, not paying attention anymore, and your mind starts drifting and you stop thinking logically. And I was definitely at that point when I actually received the hint that got me to the end. Oh my goodness. Well, with that being said, if you enjoyed this long day of pain and puzzles, join us on Mondays, Wednesdays, or Saturdays, starting between 9 to 11 p.m. CST, to sit through all of these puzzles without being able to scrub the YouTube video and without me cutting out a bunch of unnecessary thinking. With that being said, I will see you all later. Bye!